Hey guys, Rogue was nerfed a little while ago, but it's definitely not a dead class. The Dungeonborne devs were trying to get rid of the playstyle of just rattling around the map, looting, and having no cares in the world, and they definitely made that harder, but Rogue can still win PvP. I decided to do a budget kit, so I'm buying a bunch of greens for what I don't have, and you won't actually see this kit because I'm recording this after the gameplay, but everything I was wearing in these fights was either slightly worse or roughly the same. The reason I'm buying gear this way is because it's really cheap, and then whatever I don't want, I'll just resell it into the buyout trades. I typically am wearing higher rarity weapons than uncommons, and that just gives us a bit more damage. And here specifically, there weren't any green chests for sale, so I just ended up putting on a blue one that I already had in my stash. I have been seeing a lot of rogues running swords instead of daggers. I personally like the daggers better, and I'm going to show why right after this. But for now, for your E, I like the middle one the best. There's no channel time on it, and you can just insta-stealth and insta-get the move speed as long as you have the right perks. And as far as your Q abilities, Petrify and Quick Blades, in my opinion, are both really strong, and I'm going to have both of them shown in this video. Petrify is a little bit safer if you're newer to the class because you just press it, you stab someone, and then you can run away if you need to. With Quick Blades, it's more of a proactive spell. You want to use it to slow people down and either reposition, reload your crossbow, or finish them off. It's basically just an extra thunderclap flask that you can use when your thunderclap is on cooldown. And then as far as consumables go, I usually bring at least 9 health pots and 9 bandages. Sometimes I even bring more. And then I want at least 6 thunderclap flasks because they're very important for kiting or matching someone else's so they can't catch up to you. On top of that, I also like bringing 3 flasks of shielding when I'm playing rogue because it helps you to push cryos and other classes that would otherwise just destroy you on your way to them. All right, and lastly, in low gear, I recommend only getting the strength perk and then both dexterity perks. If you can't reach the second dexterity perk, it's not the biggest problem, but getting the extra 200 move speed every time you press E is actually very valuable, so I'd recommend trying to get that. But the strength perk is also really important, so you could stealth, hit somebody with your crossbow from a range, and then they take the damage from the crossbow plus a ton of damage just from the perk as well. The stamina perk also isn't bad, especially when it's with the quick blades, because after you quick blade, you immediately stealth and you have enough space to hit somebody with your crossbow. But I definitely don't recommend taking that over the other 3. I would highly recommend getting strength and both dexterity perks first because that will make you be the most survivable and let you kite people easier. Once you start wearing blues and purples or just purples, then you can go all 4 perks and it's completely fine. All right, and there's actually 2 reasons why I like daggers better than dual swords. The first reason is that whenever you block with the daggers, it actually gives you spacing. You like jump back like 5 or 10 feet, and that lets you kite even more effectively than you would have with the double swords. The other reason is backstabs, and you could basically just backstab any of the mobs in the game once or sometimes twice, and it'll kill every single mob in the game, and you can just keep going and clearing the map very easily and very effectively with it. All right, and moving on to the PvP, I was actually pushing up to a cryo here, so I drank a protection pot, and then while I was on the way, another rogue actually killed them. So we're just going to be fighting a rogue here, and the whole idea for rogue PvP is to stealth, hit somebody with the crossbow, deal a ton of damage, and then either kite them or all in at that point. I wasn't the most great here. I don't have my second dexterity perk, and so I decided to petrify him, reload my crossbow, and then finish the fight. I turned around, I threw a thunderclap, and then I was going to all in. I threw a thunderclap. I was planning to hit him with my crossbow again and then all in, but he just died to the thunderclap. And here we have a druid. You're just going to see the same exact thing. Don't fight under a tree. Hit him with your crossbow. If you can all in, perfect. If not, just reload your crossbow and shoot again. He's so dead now. Never mind. He got out. Just kidding, he's so dead now. And in my opinion, the very worst matchup for a rogue is a swordmaster. It's really hard to block their swords, and I think that the only thing you can really do is just kite out the swords until he's fully empty, and then you can fight him. But until then, if he presses E, you lose. If he shoots you with the swords, you hit him with a crossbow, you're losing. So you just gotta play safe, you gotta play slow, and you gotta let the fight draw out. I didn't do that here. He has his swords out again. That didn't block. Rip. I'm dead. I'm not dead. I got the door shut. I can imagine Please. Oh no. Also, at this point, I could have just left, but I try to fight as many PvP fights as I can because it's the only way to get better. I didn't get it again. Oh, I have Petrify though. I keep forgetting to change that. I want to put on the other one, but... we are wasting his swords, which is good for us. It wasn't someone else. I needed to turn around so I could block here. He shoots his swords at me and I die. Yeah. He's still at 93%, even though I hit him with like everything. And I feel like I couldn't make this video without showing a clip against a fighter of equal gear. Fighters, as of this point in time in Dungeonborne, are probably the strongest class in the game. They're extremely tanky, they deal a ton of damage, and they have high mobility because they have 2 separate dashes. This one's using Whirlwind, so it's a little bit less strong because Whirlwind is worse than the other rage ability. But even with that, this fight took so long, so if you want to skip it, that's completely fine. But it does show that rogues are capable of beating them, and rogues are very capable of kiting out fighters literally forever. This guy couldn't reach me unless I made a giant mistake. Two, one. Oops. That was a little bit of a mistake. I think I got him with that through the wall. Yeah. Oops. That was a mistake though. Wasted a spin to win again. The stupid skeleton, dude. The jukes. Please. Thank you. No health pop. No bandage either. I'm out of thunderclaps, which isn't my favorite, but oh, that didn't hit. God, rogue versus fighter, dude. Yeah, fighters are the strongest class in the game currently. And this is exactly why. They just block and shield everything, and they have like 1100 health, so if you do get a hit on them, it doesn't matter too much. Oops. Hey, look, blessing of healing. I really need to reload, which is kind of screwing me right now. There we go. And then I missed. Got him. That took so much work, by the way. Like, considering he was just basically just W keying. All right, and there's going to be some more gameplay, but I think that's pretty much all I need to talk about with Rogue. Just remember that you are a kiting class, and you want your strength and your dexterity perks, and only all in when you know that you're going to win the fight. Don't try to all in against fighters, don't try to all in against decays, don't try to all in against cryos, sword masters, pretty much anyone, or you're just going to lose. Even if you just try to run at a pyro, you'll probably die before you reach them. You're a kiting class, you are not necessarily melee. You can be, but you need to use your mobility to your advantage to go in and out at the right times. Again, there's still some more PvP, but I'm just doing my outro now, so if you enjoyed the video, please just give me a comment, like, or subscribe to the channel. All those things help, and I appreciate each and every one of you who do it. Thanks so much, and I hope you enjoy the rest. Peace. Crap. I'm gonna read that in 1 second, Aurelia. Because he's sort of stuck in the swarm over... Please let me up. Please? He's stuck in the swarm over here now. Which means I'm in a pretty good position. Yeah. Got him. Oh, there he is. Druids, they're strong. Trust me, I main them. It's a cryo, we got him a little bit. I want to use this real quick. So I wasted my stealth there. Okay. Cryo beats Rogue in melee. Good to know. I should have played more ranged. He also outgears me, but I probably could have won that if I used my crossbow more. Oh well.